Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. So I am going to be sharing with you guys my empties. It's been collecting for about like 6 weeks, maybe slightly more, maybe slightly less, since whenever my last video was before I went on a tiny hiatus. And I'm excited to share it with you guys because I know you guys love watching empties videos. So let's go ahead and jump right into the empties. So the first things first, I have the Sally Hansen Bleach Cream for Face and Body. As you can see, I have very dark hair. I also have a lot of hair, so therefore I have a lot of hair on my arms. And I find that just bleaching it is the way to make it look the best because it looks kind of hairy, because it is hairy when it is dark. I mean, it's natural, and instead of like getting rid of it, I just bleach it because it's a much more cost-effective process. One day when I'm bougie and I have money, I can get laser, but for now this will do, and it's kind of like what I've done my entire life. I specifically really start using it whenever we start showing like our arms. In the wintertime, I don't really bother doing it because we're wearing long sleeves the whole time, but yeah, you guys have seen this before in my videos. I feel like I finished a lot of shower products, or like bathroom products, so bear with me here. I also finished up the Tree Hut Tahitian Vanilla Moisturizing Shave Oil. This has changed the shaving game for me. I have very sensitive skin when it comes to shaving my legs, and because the weather's really dry here in Arizona, I noticed that I would start like breaking out and like rash burn, and it was just very unpleasant, and this has saved my life. If you are having troubles with like dry skin or like that rash burn or bumps when you're shaving, I highly suggest trying the moisturizing shave oil, or just any oil to shave, not like a shaving cream or body wash. Use the oil because it's really protective, and I haven't really had a problem. You do have to use quite a bit, but I do find that this lasts a decent amount, and I actually have a second bottle going in my shower right now. I believe they have other scents, but I just love vanilla, so I just automatically went with the Tahitian vanilla. I have a ultra nourishing cleansing oil by Ouidad, I don't know. This is kind of like cleansing your scalp with an oil. I found that this has been a lifesaver for me, not just necessarily this product, although I personally really like this product with the one that I have in my shower now, or like in comparison to that. So you basically wash out the dirt with oil, and it just reintroduces moisture into your scalp. And if you have dry scalp and like live in a dry area, I highly recommend doing it. Usually instead of doing dry shampoo like on your 3rd or 4th day, I wash it again with a cleansing oil, and then wash it in a couple, like 2 to 3 days with like normal cleansing. So I am washing my hair a lot more, and I find that that has really changed my scalp. Before I would just like go up to 5 days without washing my hair and just like do dry shampoo, and while that's great for like lasting or having hairstyles that last longer, that was really drying out my scalp and not working with me. But reintroducing moisture in that 3rd to 4th day has really like saved my itchy scalp, and I don't really have that issue anymore, and it's not as dry or like flaky as it used to be. So if you're having troubles with that, I highly recommend just breaking that routine of like going as long as you can of not washing your hair and just like piling up the dry shampoo, to actually washing your hair with an oil, and then wash again with normal shampoo or whatever shampoo you're using when you normally would have washed it again. So it's also helped my ends be a lot more healthy because I do just add more conditioner since I'm already getting my hair wet, and I do find that my hair seems a lot more healthy. So I definitely want to repurchase this again when I have money, because Ouidad is kind of expensive, but I don't see myself like repurchasing much until later. I kind of want to use up everything and not have to buy anything until everything is absolutely used up. I also used up a hair mask. This is from Yves Rocher, and this is the Reparation hair mask. Oh, this is the French side. It is the Nutri Repair hair mask with jojoba oil. I bought this when I was in France in 2018, and this was like a little kit that it came together. It was really cute, and this is the last item that I have. It was okay. I know that Yves Rocher doesn't have a lot of things, so they don't, it's silicone free, colorant free, and hair paraben free, so it's good for your hair, but I do feel like my like in comparison to the regular conditioner that I use, my hair needs a lot more. The mask was okay. I didn't see like, wow, shabam, I'm gonna like order it online again. And like I said, I do have other stuff that I want to use up before I think about buying anything. But it was good. I mean, I don't think User Share is easy to come by in the States, but I know it's easier to get like in Canada and the UK and in Europe. So I think it's good, but it's not the best, especially if you have dry hair. Another hair item, I used up the Not Your Mother's Curl Talk Defining Cream. I love this hair cream. I think it's one of the best ones for my hair. I'm currently out of it, but I did recently purchase the travel sized one. My boyfriend also likes to use this one out of all my curling products when he comes and visits, and I definitely will repurchase this eventually, but like I said, I have a lot more to go through, and this is like my second bottle, and of course I have a tiny travel size one right now, but it holds the curl and it makes the prettiest curl out of all like the drugstore hair products that I've purchased. I have a sunscreen because it's important to use sunscreen. This is the Aveeno Positively Mineral SPF 50, so this will leave a white cast, by the way. It wasn't my favorite, but I still used it because it's important to use sunscreen, but I wouldn't recommend using it if you're planning on like looking nice. This is kind of like, I used it like if I'm going to the beach and it's gonna get gross, I don't care if I look nasty. And like, I don't know, when I say that, it's because like I feel like you never come back looking nice from the beach, which is why I would never have like, personally I wouldn't have a beach wedding. I don't know what it is. I don't know if it's the beaches that I go to, but I just feel like you come out looking like mucky, and so that's when I would use this. Also, if I'm just going to the pool by myself, I would have used this. There's still like a teeny tiny little bit left, but it's like really hard to squeeze, and the whole entrance is covered in sand from when I did use it at the beach, so it's easy just to get sand, and then it's like a hassle because, you know, there's just other sunscreens that I prefer to use for makeup, but this was good. I think my my boyfriend's mom, who's a dermatologist gave this to me, so yeah. I used up a face mask. This is the Herbivore Blue Tansy Resurfacing Clarity Mask. I was trying to find a cheaper alternative, not necessarily like a dupe, but just like something that kind of did the same thing but for a lot less in comparison to the Drunk Elephant Baby Sukari TLC facial whatever, because that one's pricey and I do love that one, but it's really expensive. This one is a pretty good one. I feel like it didn't exfoliate as much. It more like worked on like the little pimples that I have, and the other one was good at like clarifying or like brightening my skin tone, so that was a little bit different. Since this is like, I don't know what Blue Tansy is, but I feel like it's very like oceany, so it's like very concentrated. I don't know, but that's basically what's left. It's not worth like a use. Basically, I did like this. I'm holding off on repurchasing any face mask right now because I don't want to travel with it, so I did buy like resurfacing pads that I can use up and kind of use all over my body, and it's a little bit easier application wise to hold me off until I decide to buy something new. But I would purchase this again. The only bad thing about it is it's like one of those where you have to like dip in. Once upon a time it came with like a little spatula, but like I lose those or I throw them away because I'd rather just dip my hands. So I've had this for like a year and a half, but you know, to constantly putting, and such like exposure to air is probably not the best for like the properties of the mask. So I mean, if you use masks longer than I do, and this was a year and a half, I probably wouldn't recommend this, but if you do go through face masks because you're good about it and mask weekly, then it might be a good one to try out. And I think it's only like 50 bucks or under that, and the TLC one was like 80 something, so. Moving on, more skincare. I finished the La Roche-Posay Hialu B5 serum. This has hyaluronic acid and madecassoside and vitamin B5. I love madecassoside. I kind of don't know if I love hyaluronic acid, but La Roche-Posay is expensive. I only recommend it if it's on sale at Ulta, which is a rare occasion, and that only ever happens online, and I'm not a big online shopper when it comes to like makeup and skincare because I could just go pick it up myself. Clothes, it's been a little different, obviously, since the pandemic started. I currently am not using this right now because it hasn't come on sale, but now that I'm using something else, I kind of feel like it's doing the same thing, and I think it's a lot cheaper than this, so I think I'm just gonna stick with that route, or just kind of find other serums, because I don't know if I really like this or if it was the moisturizers or all the other steps that I would do with this. But you know, this is like my third bottle of it, so it works, but I don't know if it's worth the price tag. Even at the discounted, it's definitely not worth the price tag when it's not discounted. I think it's like 30 bucks, and there's a lot more things that are better out there for less than 30 bucks or for 30 bucks than this. We're not done with the skincare just yet, ladies and gents. We have the Caudalie Venosource SOS Hydration Cream. I love Caudalie. It usually comes with like the serum that I buy when I can get it in sets, but I think I have one more. I love it. It's good. It's great to layer with the Caudalie products, and even just like in the winter time or when you want a little bit more moisture, it's great. Like I said, I've gone through a lot of these and highly recommend if you have dry skin. I think this is like my last face skin product. This is the Minocycline Topical Foam. The brand is Amzique. It was a little foam. It was a physician sample, not for sale. It's just a topical antibiotic foam to see if it would help with like little bumps that I experience a lot here. Did it help? I don't think so. So then I just ended up using it on my body because I do have keratosis pilaris. So hopefully, you know, if it's not working on my face, I'll just use it on my body and hope that it does something. And if it doesn't, at least I'm using it up. I want to say that this did expire a while ago. So usually with expired products that are like recently expired, I'll just use it on my body also. So I think I have one more sample, and I'm just hoping that it actually helps with a little bit more like exfoliation of the skin. I have one Sephora Brush It Off cleansing brush wipes. I've literally had these packets for years, and I think I'm down to my very last one, which has been a long time coming, but it just kind of helps. It's an oily wipe, and it takes off all the coloring off your product, and then you have to wipe it on like a paper towel or something, and then you can use it really quickly, just if you're using a lot of colors and you can't wash your makeup brushes. And I have 3 lip balms. I almost included one more, but I didn't because I technically can still use it for a couple more days. So I have the Sunbun Ocean Mint Cocoa Balm. I didn't really like this. I used it. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst, but it was close. I mean, it wasn't worse, but I just wouldn't repurchase it. And it's one of the Sunbum lip balms that doesn't have SPF, which made it a little bit more moisturizing because I don't like the Sunbum SPF ones. I just feel like I'm just rubbing oil on my lips, and I definitely need more of like a balm. I don't know. I just didn't really like it, so wouldn't repurchase it. I also have the Fresh Sugar Rose Lip Balm. This one was really nice. I used it up all the way to the nub. There's still some product in there, but I'm not really going to dig into it just because I bought like a kit of a bunch of the little ones. So it's just a lot of like visual clutter for me just to see it all over. So that's why if I use it to the nub and it's scraping my lips, I just get rid of it, just because I am trying to like visually downsize and also physically downsize. But I do like the nice little like rosy hue that it gives. I do find that in hot, dry environments, the Fresh Sugar lip balms don't really work that well. It used to be my favorite when I lived in California, just the regular original one, but in Arizona it just doesn't work the same. So I don't know why I did that with my face. It was like, I don't know. Anyways, maybe repurchase in the future, but not for now, and they're very expensive. And then for the lip balm, the last one I have is the Sol de Janeiro Brazilian Kiss. Ooh, child, this smells so good. Ugh, but I also used it up. Didn't think it was the most moisturizing. It just smells so good. Ugh, I love it. I didn't think it, yeah, like I didn't think it was the most moisturizing, but I would still use it. I would have to like go like this for a long time. I like that it was really big, so like you couldn't really lose it. It was easy to find. It's also nice, bright and yellow and white. So yeah, it's probably very expensive, like all of Sol de Janeiro products, but this came in a kit, like in the holiday kits, so I used it up. It came with it. But it's time to say goodbye. And the last item I have here is the YSL Mon Paris Perfume Dabber. I got this as a gift 2 Valentine's Days, maybe 3 Valentine's Days ago, and I hadn't used it up, so I was like, okay, you have to use it up. And again, with upcoming changes, I just want less visual clutter and less physical clutter, so I'm glad I was able to move it out of my collection. But I love this scent so much that I do have like the travel sprays versions, because they're a lot easier to handle than the dabber, because like the dabber, like it's open and then dab, dab, dab. I'm currently using the Black Opium dabber, but I don't know, Mon Paris just, it's on a different level. I wanted to repurchase the full size, but I was like, no, just wait, hold off on it. And I bought the little travel size to hold me off. But that is everything. My Lululemon bag is empty. That is my empties. A lot of shower empties, a lot of also bathroom clutter, because I feel like, you know, everyone calls me low-key a hoarder, but I feel like if they're not a part of like this YouTube beauty community slash skincare body care community, they wouldn't understand why we have so much. And like, to me, I'm not on hoarder levels, but I think everyone kept calling me a hoarder for like a very long time. And compared to others, I don't find myself being a hoarder, like compared to other like YouTube people, but I guess compared to normal people I might be a little bit. So because like I've been called that a lot, I've been very like self-conscious about like how much I have, so it feels good to like get rid of like this, all of this. But let me know something that you finished that you are so glad that is out of your collection, whether it's a repurchase or not, but you're just glad you moved it out, made your peace with it. Let me know in the comments down below, and I will see you in my next one. Bye!